I've restored quite a number of W126 chassis cars over the years. I really like this chassis, and I know a lot of you out there are really enamored with it as well. It has, it's loved all over the world. It's one rugged and well-built automobile. And I've collected a bunch of parts, good parts, over those years as I've worked on these cars, and it's time to start thinning out the stock a little bit. So I just want to kind of offer this out here to you YouTube viewers. For instance, look at this. This is a fuel tank sending unit. Now I've taken this apart, I've cleaned it, I've inspected it, I've tested it. During this whole process, I also shot a complete video manual on how to fix one of these, which will be available on my website towards the end of January in 2015. But the same thing here with the Hirschman power antenna. Can you imagine buying a used one of these? You don't know if it's even going to work. What I've done with this is I've taken it apart. We've checked everything inside, make sure there's no broken tails off inside. I've lubricated all the gears, and in some cases I'll install a new mast if it's needed, and I'll of course put that in the item description. So I've got a few of these Hirschman antennas. These are getting harder and harder to find in good working condition. And then of course I've got some other goodies like wood, really nice wood pieces. I've got some shifter wood, although I gotta say that I don't have any perfect ones. Those are really tough to find. And things like, power seat switches. I've got heater blower motors, climate control switches that I've pulled from working cars. And the same with the, sunroof motors. I'll take the sunroof motors and make sure that the gears aren't bad, make sure these have been tested before I do sell them. And, things like rear view mirrors that don't flop around. I won't sell one if it's not tight, has a nice working mechanism, and the glass is good. No, I have to say, all these parts aren't perfect, but I certainly am careful. I'm careful when I pull these, and plan to sell them, that you're gonna get a good part. Here's another thing. A lot of these old taillight bulb holders get corroded, and the bulbs don't work, and you have intermittent tail lights. So I pull these if they're good and not corroded, and I'll be offering those for sale as well. We also carry a lot of new parts. We carry kits and instruction manuals on how to work on these W126s. So I'll put some links below. If you're interested in learning more about how to fix the W126, I have quite a few videos. Be sure and check out my playlist series on 75 to 95 Mercedes-Benz, maintaining, owning, and repairing them. So I'll put a link to that playlist below, also in the show more. And if you subscribe to my channel, I'll be putting up more of these W126 videos in the future, and you'll be able to get notification when they are ready for viewing. So I wish all of you 126 owners out there happy restoring, and find those really nice parts, because we know what they mean to all of us.